Okay, this is going to be a two-part video. You're going to see the first one, I'm just going to talk about this diagram, and in the second one, I'm going to talk about what we call a demand and supply schedule. Make sure that you know what all of these vocabulary terms are. Put the video on pause and go look on BizEd or some other place where you can look up economic terms, because it's important you know all of them to understand what I'm going to say here. When we look at the diagram, it's important that we keep in mind that demanders and suppliers have different incentives. They react and respond to different things. So, the behavior of a demander might be different than the behavior of a supplier. Let's see what that looks like on the graph. If we start at P1, what we see is that at P1, the price is too high, so the quantity demanded, QD1, is low. But suppliers like the high price, so they supply a bunch, QS1. But the problem is that we have a surplus where QD is less than QS, and we have all this excess supply in the middle. It's not going to get sold at P1, so the suppliers are going to have to start lowering their price. That's going to function as a signal. As they begin to lower their price, the consumers, the people on the demand curve, they respond to that because as the price goes down, we're moving along the demand curve, and they respond to the signal by saying, yes, when you lower the price, we are willing to buy more. So, again, this is just law of demand. At a lower price, quantity demanded increases. There's a signal the other way too, though. As the consumers are saying, we don't want as many as this at that price, and the price begins to lower, it's a signal to suppliers that this isn't as profitable as they thought it was going to be. So some of them are going to respond to that by producing less. Maybe they're going to switch industries and produce some other product. The point is that this is the signal between demanders and suppliers. What we see is at P2, quantity demanded has increased and quantity supplied has decreased. So they're closer together. But they're not all the way there yet. There's still a small amount of excess supply. This process that we call the price mechanism, or we can talk about market forces determining what is called a market clearing price, well, that process will continue to happen until we get to the point of equilibrium, where at the same price, quantity demanded is equal to quantity supplied.